My name's Liam Smyth and I'm Managing Director of ChamberCustoms. We're a customs clearance, advisory and training organisation working across the UK. This is one of a series of videos designed to help small businesses like yours understand how to trade internationally. And here we focus on a vital part of importing and exporting goods, the rules of origin. So first, let's define the origin of a product. Every year, more than £12 trillion worth of goods are traded amongst the world's nations. Whether it's a mattress or mascara, textiles or wall tiles, machine oil or massage oil, every item has a definite country of origin. Authorities rely on the origin of the goods, which means their economic nationality, to keep track of what is being brought into their country. It's the basis for imposing their rate of duty or taxes, as all goods that are traded abroad need an origin when they're declared to customs on entering or leaving a country. So the question you need to answer is, where are your products from? It seems simple at first glance, but what does it really mean? Is it when the goods were produced, or where they were shipped from? And if the goods were manufactured in several different countries, which one applies? The rules of origin enable you to answer these questions to help the authorities determine where the goods have come from. If your business is importing or exporting goods, you need to know which country they have come from. That is because certain originating countries attract lower rates of duty than others. So it's important to know that you're not going to pay too much or too little in duty. How do you do this? There are two ways of working out which country goods have originated from. The first sort of origin is a non-preferential rule of origin. This is used to decide which of the destination country's trade policy measures would apply to imported goods, what contributes to a country's trade statistics, or what labelling regulations apply. Each country establishes its own rules based on two main principles: either wholly obtained, where products are entirely from one country, or last substantial transformation. This applies where more than one country was involved in producing the goods. The country where the last substantial transformation took place is usually determined as the origin of the goods. The second sort of origin is preferential rule of origin, which applies when products have originated from countries that we have signed a trade agreement with. This helps establish whether a preferential tariff can be applied to the product, benefiting from a reduced duty rate, usually 0%, under a specific trade deal. The origin of a product affects your business because this needs to be declared on a customs declaration each time you import or export goods to the UK. You'll find more information in our customs declaration video. It's important to declare the correct origin of goods when you're importing them, as it will define the rate of duty you will pay. For example, when there's a preferential trade deal in place, preferential origin can be declared, resulting in a reduced rate of duty. However, if there's no trade deal, non-preferential origin needs to be declared to ensure that the correct trade policy measures are applied. Declaring an incorrect country of origin may lead to non-compliance with the customs authority and may be considered as an act of fraud. So how do you get your goods certified before importing or exporting them? Well, it depends on where they originate from. For non-preferential origin, this can be confirmed by a certificate of origin, which can be obtained from chambers of commerce across the UK or from the national chamber in the country of export. For preferential origin, it can be certified for export in a number of ways, either by self-declaring the origin of goods correctly on your invoice or by obtaining a preferential certificate from a local chamber of commerce. You should submit this as evidence of origin to customs at the point of import so that you can benefit from preferential duty rates. If the invoice declaration or certificate is rejected, then the full duty rate will need to be paid at import. Now the UK has left the EU, there's an additional step when it comes to importing and exporting. This is because for some goods, the exporter may also need to have what are called supplier declarations. These are documents which your supplier provides, formally declaring the origin of the goods and that they meet the product-specific rules of origin. If you sell into the EU and can't provide a supplier declaration, you must let your customers know. This means that your EU customers will be liable to pay the full non-preferential rate of customs duty. It may be helpful to seek specialist advice when you want to use suppliers' declarations to support your proof of origin documentation. To recap, understanding where your goods originated from is a crucial part of trading internationally. There are two main rules of origin: the non-preferential origin and preferential origin. For more detailed information, please access the Chamber Customs and the British Chambers of Commerce websites.